Welcome back to Factorio Quick 4K Science per Minute plus TSM, our mega base that we're building quickly with the help of the TSM outpost builder. I'm just looking at my low density structure build here. Although the naming convention is a little bit wonky and I don't have enough trains, I believe. I just checked. There's only like 3 trains, but it's designed for at least half a dozen. And that could be why when we're over here, I'm seeing that there is an issue with the supply of low density structures, which is slowing down yellow science, although finally they were able to deliver into here. So I guess that is good. And quite a lot of yellow science has now been produced. 49,000, I guess that's quite a lot. We're only using about a third of it at the moment. We're not consuming it really, so what are we doing? 1.5 is a third, so yeah, 4.5, that's fine. These ones and these ones are not running, as you can see. Okay, so last time we built facilities. What's that? That seems to be out of place. We built facilities that needed powering up from the looks of things. And we were missing, it looks like these guys were missing some of their friends. So some of the items have not been set up correctly yet. Are there any along here? Yes. I'm getting quite a collection of the productivity modules, which of course you can't put into machines making productivity modules. You can only put speed modules in there. So what we need to do is do that. Make sure our bots are off. Actually, what we'll do is we'll make this easier. You can be... where are they? Find them in here. Remove the assembly machine 3s, please, if you don't mind. Now, let's get rid of that. Let's copy this. Yes, create blueprint. Bang, 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 bang. 6, 7, 8. Create blueprint. That should be to the end, and up here. That should be everything. I'm not sure if we have enough of the modules, but I do know that that will be resolved for me. I don't even have to worry about it. It looks like... yes, it looks like some of this area is actually outside of our RoboPort range, so we'd prefer to address that. We'd also prefer to address the power issue. Has that gotten rid of all the flashies? Yes. Now, what about down here? We don't go far enough. Yes, we should try and make sure that we do. Okay. Let's just do that so that the entire thing is covered. Just to be sure. Okay, so that should now finish off the remainder of that area. We were looking at, I think we were looking at last time, the build. So these are the, that's 2 of the 3 products that you need for Purple Science. The third being rail, which we're going to directly feed onto our Purple Science build. So it was really just, where were we going to squeeze this guy in? That is a little bit of an issue, because I think we basically need the equivalent of this kind of green circuit build, and I believe we needed 41 if we get 12 machines. Okay. Well, these are not surrounded by 12 machines, they're surrounded by 10 machines. 10 machines. I could probably find a way to make it 11. But if we're having 2 boxes here, we could not exceed 11. That would be a problem. Let me just see what this thing says. If our Purple Science is not 12, but it's 11 machines. Enter. 45. 45 still works because we're dealing in multiples of 16. We just don't want to be 10 because I think that makes the need go over to 4 lanes, not 3. So we have to be 11 machines on each source, which would mean that we wouldn't be able to use substations here. Actually, it doesn't. Why have you come in here? That's odd. You're supposed to fill up with green, not. How about go? No. I actually don't know where you should go. Something about that seems a bit odd. It should have gone to green circuit supply. And I no longer know where the train is. Never mind. That's a problem for future me. Right now, we were looking at ways of implementing this. I believe we are going to want some sort of stacker. Do I go up? Do I go down? Am I worried about 1.7 G here? Not to mention the coal. We could push this up. What have we got here? We've got another 1.7 G. Maybe we push this up as close as possible to here and then see if that's going to be enough room for the stacks that we have. That might be our best bet. All right, let's do that. Let's commit to that plan. That would mean we want to cut across about here, effectively. All right. In that case, let us turn bots on. Do we have any? We've got 26. That's not really going to be enough. This kind of exercise. I might have to get a train and get. I should have actually made a copy of this. Yes, Too late now. They're back to their old tricks of taking the longest possible route to achieve anything, which, what's wrong with picking up these ones first, the close ones? Then I could move along and you'd be a whole lot closer to the next bit that you need to work on. You know? It would kind of make more sense to me. Anyway, that covers the corner quite well. Oh, not quite as well as I'd like. Get rid of that item. We are going to want some of these, so let's put one in. Oh, come on, guys. It's not that hard. Now we probably need to run along here until we get somewhere close-ish to where the turning point is. Around about there, maybe. We'll come down here and come up. You wouldn't be nearly as tired if you're more logical about the items that you chose to disconnect, guys. Okay. I need to complete this, otherwise my trains are going to have a great deal of difficulty moving around, which is not what we want. That seems to have restored our train line. Let's get rid of this piece here that's right in the way. All the little bots need to charge. Perhaps that's the advantage of having a few more of them. There you go, Sam Biddle's been added now, so that will be the modules that we were missing. There's some small amount of track that's been picked up as well that's missing. That is fine, okay. And that's because it has to go to two places. Not just the main part of my Make Everything, but also the module part. And yes, round about here, we want to put in a fairly extensive and quite possibly... does this... Ooh, it just touches the edge. That's interesting. Okay. I think I actually want this to probably be a couple extra wide. Because potentially there's quite a lot of trains that are going to be needing to wait to get into this construct. Almost out of rail. That's not ideal, but we are kind of going to be using... well, we were thinking of using this, weren't we? But if I can't get enough modules in... I don't actually know how I am going to get more module coverage. Because that room there is not enough for another module, or I would have used it here. Hold the fort. If that one was there, we actually might be able to do it. Okay. I'm going to take a copy of this part of the next one. So, what's that? We don't need this. We don't do anymore. I need these things at the top. Maybe. So, I ideally would want this to be out far enough so that it can loop over. And probably sit somewhere like that. What is this? Nothing. Why are you guys doing all this work? I don't want you to. Now I'm out of rail. Okay, can you stop? Thank you. I need to get more rail. It's possible that we have some sitting over here. You need a radar. You possibly need a radar for that whole thing to work. Pending. You have about 47 rail in total. That's no good. Let's go and give you some more. It looks like Sam Biddle 02 has actually completed. Maybe I need to start a Sam Biddle 03 over here somewhere. Oh, we lost the outpost. Due to that, the outpost train stop. Do I have... No, I don't even have any. I don't have any rail. I don't have any outpost. Should steal some from over there. Oh, this is possible to make happen. That's not going to work. We already had that. We need to actually do it about the shift. Okay. No. There, we need... No, the other direction thing. Out of rail. Whoa. Can I place my outpost now? Still need some more rail though. At least it won't be Sam Biddle. Somebody else. Okay. Right, rail placed. Let's back up over here. Turn this on. See if they just build this bit here. That's what I actually needed them to build. Oh, would you stop with that stuff? Yes, that bit was fine. Okay, so what we need is to get some power here. Which this is probably amongst the best ways of doing it. Just run some large poles along our network here. That'll connect. You're connected. You are connected. Okay, good. Now, I'd kind of like to get this one to start to build out. Whatever that is, we don't need it. I'd kind of like this one to build out. What's it called? I am Groot. Okay. We have red on here. Looks like we're trying to do something more as well, but red needs to go into there. We need a ghost reader, which I don't appear to have any of. Ghost reader, let's build one. There it is. Whack that in here, say. Let's add a combinator to it. With, since I need to replace my robots as well, how about we get, say, 200 robots. Do I need extra track? I probably need extra track as well. Let's get, say, 500 extra track. 600 it is then, and this needs to be connected to there with green, and then connect into I am Groot, and I am Groot is now in the orders with all of this stuff. Already loading it up onto our train, and it shouldn't be long before it gets here. And the thing here that shouldn't be there that I'm actually going to remove, and I need to remember to fix up the mod so it doesn't pick up those items. They shouldn't be included. And it looks like we'll be making two extra stops, one to modules and one to the old main base, where we'll pick up our bots. So that's all good. Now, this thing here, what we actually want is these not... There you go, it's at the modules. Looks like they'll all fit. Maybe. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe it's waiting on these ones to get built. This one here is going to be the rail. And these ones are going to be the purple science, but I can't actually build it just yet. Yes, there you go. It's here. I don't know if it's got room. It might have to make a second trip. What am I going to do with this? Got one logistic bot. That might be helpful. I would quite like to get rid of these trees. Around this area. That's a lot better already. Are you underway? Yes, you are. So I basically need this here to fill out the assembly machine 3s, of which I have none. Once they've done that, I can then change the formulas to what we actually need. These are only 2, so they're no cheatier than a car. And then we've got to rearrange this to see if we can actually get 11 modules surrounding every single one. Those are the challenges that present themselves to us. Here's our train. Oh, I kind of don't need those. I'm hoping it's going to get to construction bots soon and start delivering some to us. Probably wasting its time giving me other stuff right now. Construction bots. No. I'm going to give you other stuff. I'd have to help myself to construction bots. Oh, it couldn't pick up any anyway, that's right. So it has to make a second trip. But with a bit of luck, we should be able to have most of this design sorted out very soon. I might even cut here and... In fact, yeah, let's wait until the train's here so we... actually, we've got the ASM machines. Do I really need to... Here's my 50 machines. So this is not actually what we want. This needs to be rail. Oh, iron sticks. I had completely forgotten about you, iron sticks. And we obviously can't put productivity modules in because it seems to be objecting to that. Okay, we've picked up all the modules. We should be picking up our 200 bots at this point. You are making purple science. Purple science can, of course, take the productivity modules. You ought to have a lot of beacons in here. So that's kind of how the game, well, the blueprint wanted me to put it, but what I want to do is actually move that one out of the way and move this lot. Cut. Place it. Oh, that went too far. Then I can pick up the beacon, and then I should have room there for... That beacon is still affecting this, which is the important thing. Those 2 beacons, and those 2 beacons, that will give me my 11 coverage. It does mean that here, we're not actually using this. that's good. Okay, so you need to... Actually, where you were was fine. Yeah, that's fine. You can go there. It's just here that we have the issue, right? Where's my inserter guy that we did a tiny bit of work with? Oh, he's gone away. Good. So, same deal here, really. It's annoying. Use it in a useful way. So this will give me my 11 beacons, I think, around all of these guys. So you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's only 9 beacons. I need to somehow get 2 across here. And that's why we need the TC3 or double box. That's unfortunate. Bottom half of this is simply not going to work for us. We have to get rid of all of it so that we can push the beacon coverage. Is that going to work though? We need 2 in the middle. You're hard up against, you can go 2 further down. You're not even going to reach, are you? It's not here that we need to move. It's here that we need to have the longer. What does a 12 normally look like? Maybe we won't actually get through all of this. So you'd normally have, you were doing sort of standard. Box there, and maybe I need just one assembly to start off with to see how I get 12 around it. It's been a while since I've even looked at this. So you need 1, 2, 3, 4. And you get 2 in the middle. And that gives you some space. It means that you can potentially have these compressed a little. If that helps. And you can have a pass through to basically, what is this? Nothing. To basically here. And from down here, you also need, but you're going to need slightly longer. Traditionally, you'd do it like that. And hopefully that all fits right next to a train line. This is all going this way, so this one would, for example, be the rail recipe, and this one would be the purple science. And you would need another box here. It doesn't want to quite fit because you always end up needing a double box. It's as though the developers really don't want you to do this kind of setup. But that's what you can do, and I've been using triple steel chests to get rid of this extra bit. How does a wagon fit on this? Can I actually build a wagon? No, I can build one of these guys though. See, that's kind of the issue. It's too wide. You end up pushing these guys in, and then suddenly you can't fit enough around the edges. The next one has to go right here and be filled up here. That's why 12 is incredibly difficult with trains. What did I think it was only 10 that I managed where we're doing these triples. We still only have basically 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, that's 11, isn't it? 16, that's 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That is 12. So it is possible. Oh yeah, because we've already got the 2 here. I think what that's doing is it's just lowering this beacon down to there so that you can well, this is a 2 gap here rather than up there as well. And it's not actually this part that we need the 12 on, it's this part. For the moment, this part's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This one's got 12. But we could have the beacon more in like that. If this actually was a larger gap, we could move this up. I don't know if these ones need to move. They probably don't, actually. Then pass through would have to be a little bit closer, or we'll have to work out how many we need on the rail. In fact, how many do we need on the rail? It doesn't actually say. It says the rail can do this easily regardless of the number of beacons, so that's pretty good news. We could have that kind of situation then, to an assembly 3 machine, to a box, and if we don't want to cheat too much, we could just do that. But we'll probably end up making this a 3 merge chest. And I think that's our design, but you know what? Rather than slap this down, I think we're actually going to have a slightly shorter episode tonight, and we'll come back next time and start building this out through here. So thanks for joining me for this, and I look forward to seeing you in the next, when we will wrap up Purple Science. See you next time, guys. Bye-bye for now.